teams can maybe take a more solid grip of control on this one, and also how the bans potentially shift throughout this. Radiance first off getting first pick here, and even though maybe early on it wasn't the end-all be-all of the game, I think letting Adapting have that Thor, letting that ROM go through, it definitely showed a lot of strength for Radiance. SSG now have potentially...
I'm probably going to finish this game, then shower, and then hit the gym, then shower, and then come back.
I'm not sure that SSG even really need to shift up their draft here. We saw that Nika
the Afro man
were top of the damage charts in that
yeah, Dardas' Afro. Dardas' Afro has been doing what I've been asking for. Stop thinking she's a healer. Too many times I see people like burge the wall so they can heal their teammate. Like, aim your shit because she hurts.
She does. I think Paul played that the Afro horrible.
Yeah,
I don't know if you watched
Paul
that
played it. Dardas played it as well though. That's one of Dardas' old classics. He used to play that in support with full power.
Damn, bro, the respect ban of Kevri, bro. That's respect.
Well, so that goes exactly to what I was talking about before. Was that almost every fight that Space Station loses in game number 1, they win if they have a Kepri. And what enabled this strategy of Pele/Kali on Cherio before was the Kepri. And Radiance banning that is forcing Space Station to like try it without it, and it's not working. Kepri ban is fucking genius. That's them doing their home. That shout outs to Biggie, dude. That's Biggie doing the job.
Yeah, Biggie's Australian, right?
Yeah.
I remember getting fucked up with him and I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying to me.
That's me and Arco. Me and Arco used to go out.
Oh yeah, Arco, bro. Arco's fucking, that shit is hard, boy. That shit is a video game in itself.
We used to go out and get fucking twisted, and he would get more and more French throughout the night, and like there would come a time where like I would stop being able to understand him, but the women would understand him, so I would pretend to understand him.
That's the way to play it, bro. Yeah, oh yeah. One more shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There are like 3 girls around him, and you're like, okay, yeah, sure, keep talking French, dude.
That's some culture for the Georgia girls, the Atlanta girls.
Yo, right? Can you imagine the cultural, like, all fucking like MAGA country that North Atlanta is? You just have this injection of like Europeans, like that pepperonis bar was fucking. They didn't know it hit him when the Smite League came to town.
I remember.
Yep, there's the Kali again. The Xing Chen this time around to like, you know, dive with Kali, save.
Yeah.
So unfortunate for him, but he's gonna run it back.
I want to see Nika on something else, even though he's nasty on Jorm.
I didn't get to ask this, and I don't even know
like
if it's
what?
the right vein of thought for me to be in, especially since Radiance also
something that flies in their backline.
But is this Xing Chen something that you could?
Because Rama's so good, man. It's because he's so safe. He's like a Jingwei Jingwei in a sense.
Is Thor too much of a counter to go Guan Yu? Because I like Nika's Guan, and Guan does really well against Raijin. Guan dives the backline really well.
Yeah, but if you think about the healing a little bit, Raijin is so good at counter healing. So does Rama. I mean, so is Thor. So, but yeah,
it's almost less about the healing with Guan and more about diving the line, getting the stun, and allowing Kali to like making room for Kali, because everybody got to run when Guan gets on the.
Too many CC ults. I think that Geb is to take away from Raffer. Straight up. Oh no, they're lying. They have already Xing 10. Unless they flex it, because Final K was messing around with it. Let's see. Because you know when these teams start screaming at each other, they start pulling shit off of each other.
Aren't even going to give the option to Space Station to try and flex it over and pick up a Geb. They're just going to go ahead and steal that Geb away themselves.
They just stole both characters.
It's going to make it maybe a little more difficult for that Kali to get that target, for that Hu Yi to lock someone down, and for Xing Chen to Xing Chen people with his CC. So a lot of good counter, I think, that comes out of that. Plus the Jormungandr here going up potentially against the Nike. How is it? I mean, Nike, we haven't gotten to see in the solo lane for
I don't
a
like
while.
Nike.
How does she feel over there?
I think Radiance wins this draft. What up, Born?
I'm just so over the Nike jungle. Like, Nike solo, I like. I don't mind it.
I think it's okay. I think it's kind of garbage.
safety of having essentially 2 health bars.
Nike has one of the best initiation in the game. So she has, think about it this way. She's Bacchus, but instead of like damage with no penetration because you're a support and a weird CC, it's an 8-second 40% slow.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like
and you don't die.
Right now,
and you don't die. Like,
Nike
Nike initiation is so good.
And it's so easy too. It's just like you just walk up, you're like, all right, this guy is the guy that I'm gonna go on until till my 7,000 HP bar is dead.
Also, Nika was a Nike main back in the day. Very few people played her well, but Nika was one of them. So, you know, he still has it, I'm sure.
Let's see it. I love Radiance's comp.
I love Radiance's composition.
I think it's so good.
Yeah.
The Joram counter pick was so good. No knockup for Nika. No knockup for Jingten. Jingten can't throw the one guy he wants to throw.
Uninspired by it, and that's a concern for me that Space is willing to pick it up this early. But by the same token, the last few times we've seen Aurora on Geb,
realistically, the only person you can throw is Geb, and you want to throw a Geb into your team.
It's really a matter of which of these are be able to make a bigger impact on gods that maybe they haven't had the best of impact on so far this year. I wonder if we're in for another
Radiance won draft hard.
Early action to me here at this point. Are you sort of expecting another late game crescendo like we got to enjoy in game 1, or could this one maybe be settled in that 20-minute era?
I mean, this draft for Radiance, I think, does have some potential to snowball out of control. If you get ahead in mid with this mid 3v3, the same can be said for Space Station. Xing Chen ends up doing a lot of damage when he gets ahead, so it's certainly possible that either team could snowball. But I think both teams are very happy to take it late. Once again, I mean, this Geb just scales so well into level 20 and into the late game. Kali the same way there for Cherio. Rom here for Cyclone. I think that
oh, he already jumped. He has no more jumps.
Slow.
Oh, is that Sam? No, that's Adapting, making the pre-2-minute gank over the left lane.
Damn, bro, he's hitting every auto.
But Aurora still had the Geb shield. That is
I need to reload. My shit's lagging. I still have Prophecy open.
Adapting going to get at least something on this side of the map with those oracles, but really not a whole lot going. In fact, it's Aurora who nearly died on that left side. Really not Raffer or Vote. Just not really a kill lane by any stretch. Rob Geb is holding their own until late. You know, they're just trying to play nice and slow and nice and patiently at this point in the game. The early gank probably there to try and throw Space Station off guard because they also expect this lane to just farm until late, but once it doesn't work, I think it's okay. You just gotta accept that that's the way this lane is going, that Cyclone and Aurora should be, for the most part, just trying to stay safe and sit on their hands.
I'm interested to see how Aurora plans on rotating out here in these next few minutes and trying to impact the rest of the map. I mean, normally
her one is the dependability. Who?
He's gonna be somewhere harassing you, making life miserable, but on this Geb, I feel like that same normal playstyle that Aurora likes to go for is going to be a lot harder to pull off.
That took the cooldown over. Oh no.
I mean, it's possible. Aurora's had some good Geb performances in his career. It's not like he can only play things like Hercules. It's certainly not what the overall evaluation is of Aurora as a player. But in recent history, I think that this pick hasn't been super strong for him, and that's why we've been pretty surprised to see it get locked in as much as it has been for him so far this year. Even 2 times I'd venture a guess to say he's played it. That's 2 more than I probably expected, but we'll see if this can be the one that he turns it around with.
I mean, if he keeps, you know, whoever this Kali is on in the late game alive just long enough, then it's paid.
I don't know. They have a lot of appeal for that.
Yeah, I didn't think about the Geb as like a Kali deterrent.
I don't know. If I was Kali, I would not have a good time playing against this comp. Raijin has such good self peel unless you have beads. Unless you have beads, you can. It's the only time you can kill. If you don't have beads, you can never fight into this team.
Yep.
Thor has a good peel, self peel. Geb peels for the people that don't already have self peel.
they didn't really draft for much better objective secure.
Yeah, man. I'll be right back, but shit, Radiance.
I'm a little bit surprised
I'll do your thing.
go that route, but seems like they want to keep going with the direction they have been, which is just trying to play it slow and patient, and we'll burn objectives when we get the opportunity, but we're gonna have to team fight at some point. Going back to the initiation factor here for both teams, no blink for Aurora means that I really do expect this one to be pretty slow burn up until later on in the game.
Whoever's being annoying.
Shell to start off with. It's a small blue bucket vein on the right-hand side that's gotten a lot more serious as a down.
Oh, he missed the jump. He missed the jump. He missed the jump.
Nika tries to close the gap, clean up the kill. Not enough damage from that.
We get threes.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, Radiance just like game one, they drafted pretty open-ended and just like drafted a good comp, and then game two, they were like, oh, so you are still gonna do that shit. We figured out your comp, and then they just countered it so hard.
They countered it, yeah, just harder than they did the first time.
Committing to either I'm dying or you're dying. The fact that both Cheerio and Adapting live is pretty surprising. Felt like that was going to be a pretty quick first blood there for SSG once Cheerio was able to get that ult off. No beats for him, so I understand the idea from Adapting trying full combo, but just not quite enough first damage yet.
By the way, Cheerio's crazy for going blink.
Quite get the job done. I want to talk a little bit about how Benji has the Celestial.
For what?
He's crazy for going blink first into this comp. Like, I would do that if I had to give on my team, but
yeah, Rapper doesn't have to push him back out of there. But this first item here for Benji, a lot of the times Jormungandr's got Jade Emperors in this spot. Is this because of some of the recent changes Jade Emperors?
Gotta be. I mean, it's
we made it past 4 rounds and then lost third place.
Particular game, you know,
and I needed to make top 2.
Quickly between the multi hits of Rend and the ticks of lash damage from Kali 2. It doesn't feel like this passive is super impactful, but the base stats are really what it's there for. And if Benji feels like the typical Jade Emperors is not worth going anymore, then he just wants a physical magical power item. Maybe he feels like this one just feels more effective at a base level because of those nerfs to the Jade Emperors lately.
Yeah, I'll play a really small violin for Jormungandr that knows.
Yo, Finch is so funny.
Finch is such a troll, dude.
No sympathy there. But the game's pace continues slowly here for Radiance Space Station. If game 1 is any indication of that,
Robert's such a troll with his character.
Things got hectic beyond the 20-minute mark or so in that game 1, so hopefully we're in store for something similar here this time around. As Space Station
The first move.
into Radiance's side of the map, they've got some extra presence here.
This is not good. They cannot overstay. Thor dunk here. Oh boy. Aurora's making it really obvious though.
Was that all just Dardes on the Merlin?
Yeah,
Oh,
but it
he
might
just
not
whipped the
matter
shit
if
out
it's
of it.
obvious. But
If he lands that, they all die. Nice. Taunt?
see, it doesn't matter because Monkey Bang Drum.
Yeah, big man things.
Beautiful.
Monkey Bang Drum.
He's just using that early aggression that Raijin really provides.
Cherry's been playing so questionable.
Has leaped in, Raiju a bit off the
Once you got the
mark,
beads, you can't jump big, and now you have a chance to die.
Adapting over the wall might be enough to help his team catch Cheerio, but look at the rotation.
I would have full committed on that shit.
That's gonna free up Cheerio to escape, but you see that the
What
problem
is
with
this
initiation
stream?
is
Is
the
this stream
road
lagging
Yeah,
for
yeah,
yours?
this stream looks bougie as hell.
walking slowly as a rock.
It looks kind of like
enemy team.
latency, right? I don't know. Kind of looks
But
weird.
the
Yeah.
close from Adapting, Cyclone with the long range
Like it
ult,
pauses every
puts
once in a while,
damage out, and then
like a tiny
Tiggs
bit.
Going to show why Raijin is top pick potential. Just so much damage from that ultimate early.
Where do you have Raijin in top mages?
Raijin?
Mm-hmm. He's my number
He
2.
does dummy damage, dude.
If you don't include Purse in it, he's my top 2. I think Braden's
Yeah.
still toasting.
But we are indeed seeing that Raijin value, and I think big man team's value as well. We don't talk a whole lot about this guy, but he's played really well this year on a star-studded roster, and I think if we got doubts about Tings, they should be settled by now.
Agreed. Dude's a beast. Just mid lane last year, everyone was talking about, oh, you know, everyone's moving to mid, and it feels like every year everyone's talking about how slim the mid pool is as far as players go. I really don't think that's the case, man. I mean, who cares that Dardes role swapped recently, or that Big Man used to be a support, or that even Twig was a jungler last year. Mid lane is really deep right now, and I feel like that's the first time that it's really been
What up, Chunk?
that way in a while. But I mean, top to bottom, I feel like every mid laner has had really, really impressive games. Even the bottom team right now, Obey, I think Wolfie's looked really solid for them so far this year. I think this is probably the deepest the mid lane pool has been in quite some time.
Oh, Cheerio.
You're lucky, miss. I don't know how the double tap missed.
In the jungle, and I think that the results are pretty clear to Wolfie's point that he's been able to play a lot better with some of that stuff off his plate.
Cheryl's just been farming better, but who cares when the Davies making plays all over the map.
Yeah, it's a 2,000 gold lead at 10. As long as it stays there, it's fine. But the first objective, if it belongs to Radiance, it's a problem. Like a lot of times you can just sort of ignore the first gold Fury, but I don't think you can do that this time.
They're really leading on this massive lead that Vote has. I
mean, yeah, Vote has a huge lead. I was about to say that.
Right now. This is exactly what we saw in the first
He's like a level and a half.
Where the first two games, Panda's left on an island on this ROM pick and really runs the late game really effectively. And even into the mid game, he you know, you get pretty strong.
The solo lane is resident sleeper.
But then in game 3, PK puts heavy on that.
Like he's not going to kill anything.
Sets him far behind.
Yeah, they're just
that's exactly what we're seeing
doing sitting there.
Radiance and SSG, where SSG kind of let Cyclone get to late game. My man goes 10-1 and 9, and they go, yeah, maybe we don't let him do that to us next time. Maybe we should play around that a little bit better. And this time have picked a much better one-on-one hunter.
Big man feeling
really
it.
Set themselves up to
look at that damage, bro.
Yeah, Raijin's so dumb. Raijin, I don't
think it's an ever bad time to pick that character. Unless it's something that can interrupt his dash a couple times.
Either way, they've certainly made
he used to have a really bad early game. And they changed him. And I don't know. I think the fact that he has an early game and a late game is problematic. I think they should nerf his early game.
Yeah, he like his 2 doesn't need to be close to you. Like you just choose ones, and then if RNG is there, your whole team's dying. Your whole backline is gonna lose half their health. And then if you go on him, he has self peel and a 6-second long CC immunity ult that he can self peel on.
Less than 100 gold, but
Cyclone just whips every auto.
Just being even or not behind.
That's a huge hammer. He's dead. He has no dash.
Yep, gone. Look at this. Big Man Tings is out damaging the solo laner. Like that's an absurd thing to be doing in 12 minutes.
So is Dardes. Dardes doing 7k. I haven't seen that man use a spell on somebody in the whole game. I don't even know where that 7k came from.
It's not as if their confirmation is that much better this time. Agni and Raijin both have those segmented ults with delayed damage. They're going to need some help, I feel like, making sure they confirm these objectives the right way.
Agreed, and I think that's going to be the big tension point.
Pulling gold here.
Gold Fury's half.
It was a great call because who you still in lane, so it's impossible to know.
Nika who can come in and really be disruptive. You've got Dardes and Cheerio who can do things like that, which is just speak a Gold Fury out from under you with their
That's pretty huge.
It's a great macro.
Throughout objective fights. Radiance continues to fight well early on, but not have great objective control.
Clearly, right, as the Fury gets stolen away from them.
Crusher. We love it.
You love it.
In that fight. Anyway, they've done much better.
Talking about Kali, right?
Yep.
Space Station able to kind of grab that one without any contest from Radiance, and this is starting, I think, to become a bit of a pattern for Radiance.
I have my YouTube video going over both patch notes.
But their entire game around them.
Bro, look at that deeps, bro. It gets scary too when you're a support too and you haven't stacked your thieves and the Raijin is sitting with 4 items. It's not scary. It's not a fun look.
Aurora really hasn't gotten involved in a whole lot. He's got 1 assist so far.
See, I love this. See, I love this build. The Charon's coin right here. This is what I love.
He's doing true damage to anyone he touches.
Yep. Like this is what I was talking about earlier, is that like, putting the Charon's coin here, you don't get the spike that you would you normally get, but it pays off so much in the late game.
Take a whole lot of damage.
And you can buy power next, like fine, you know, buy it to Hootie or some shit, like to offset it, you know, like that's totally a thing you can do.
Mm-hmm. He's still looking for it. Adapting's been living in a lot of scenarios. His active usage has been almost perfect both 2 games. I feel like he should have died so many times.
Yeah, he like getting out with 1 HP over and over again.
It's funny, I've been playing ranked against him for like the past like 3 or 4 days. I've been playing set and shit, and Baka just trying to cheese elo. And he's like, he picks up Shell every fucking game, dude. And he upgrades it like at fucking level 14 and shit. You didn't see him rage tweet about Shell?
No.
It was funny.
Make sure that you're scaling pretty well up until that point.
Nardes in trouble in the back. That's Benji looking
Oh, he's going all the way for that. Does he get help?
Will he avoid the
Wow.
first dunk?
You're such a shitbag troll.
Doesn't quite.
I would go all the way.
So it does hit, but he immediately
Good set Baka syrup. Fuck you, Leon.
Yeah. Like, why does Shell block 2 autos? I don't know how it fucking talks. I can't do shit in action, but it sounded something like that.
could be on the menu next, but their track
He was colleague because he was practicing it, and I was doing set, and I would grab Shell. Upgraded Shell. He was so tilted. He's like, bro, fuck that relic.
With the cojones on this man, he knew he was getting hit by that ult and didn't Aegis it, and lived with like 15 health. Didn't even phase him. He just kept on walking underneath the tier 1 tower.
Crafter's just getting bullied, bro.
Saves it for the second hit.
He's trying to play like the asshole Jing 10, but it's not working out when you got Raijin with that build.
He's working on it.
You're literally he's so squishy right now. Until you stack that up, you're literally don't have. You're so squished.
From last game with that fight over in right, and they were really. I mean, they tried to get their backs off, but I think they had an opportunity and they chose to engage in the fight, and it worked out for them.
Bro's been trying to get a solo kill here for like 16 minutes straight. My boy's not giving it to him.
Either way, these 2 teams are the best of the best that we've got right now. I know Radiance have slumped a little bit here lately, but I think that when they get back on the groove, man, this is one of those teams you absolutely have to look out for. Them, Rival Space Station, and Sanguine for me are the bars that everyone else are looking up at.
And PK, gotta give them credit too after their win over
they've been playing well
today. So they've been.
Or is it trouble? I think.
No, don't worry. Big Man Tings is here.
Shit. He got the kill. That was his target. Nice.
That was misplay.
Good Ramos snipes. This is good. This is huge for SSG.
If adapting runs towards his mid laner there.
Yep. At least he turned in on Cheerio, I think.
But he comes back in again, at least close to Cyclone Spin, looking for damage.
Oh,
Trying to
boy,
lock down
no.
these carries in the back, gets the first
Benji.
Yeah, Benji's carrying
Here
this
comes
right now.
Benji.
Benji's like, you put the Jaws music in the background. Dun dun. Oh, is he gonna get it? Dude, this man's crazy. Go for it, bro.
Entirely. If Benji could get close enough, I think that spit would do it. He's got a lot of power in the build now that he has that Stone of Fall.
My boy's going every item that's never built.
So Benji's gone mostly power.
Yeah, Benji just buying all the items under 20% purchase rate.
Yeah, he's like what don't people buy? Yeah, let's just pick that shit up. It's really cool on that back end.
That is very large. That's double auto.
He just needs mill renewal right now and we'll be in the build.
You're looking at pretty far for that passive range with 80 power. But even with all that power for Benji,
It's actually a pretty good item versus Merlin.
that fight still doesn't go well.
I'm not sure actually because it's
That's a fine
take
item
damage.
depending on the prots your teammates have.
Yeah, but the only way you get effective value is like if you get hit by a raw or some shit. But I think everything Merlin shoots.
No. So no. So they changed that.
Oh, they did?
Stone of Fall is no longer that item. The anti-Scylla, anti-Ra.
What is it now?
Stone of Fall now gives you 20% of the protections of the player with the most protections around you.
Whoever came up with this item was smoking some fire shit. Yo, holy shit.
No comment. But so like if your support has 100 prots and you're near your and you are it is double auto attack range, so it's huge. You get 20 exactly. Okay. But your support has like 500, so blah blah blah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So if your homies are extra tanky, it's good. But That's not really the case.
But Aurora's got to get a reset
It's
off.
80 power and 40 prots though, and those are just stats, right?
40 what prots? Both?
No, match.
Just magical?
I
Okay.
think.
Up until now, it's been pretty hard for them to find initiation opportunities, but I think once Aurora picks up that relic, it might get easier.
Should allow him to get involved. He
Yeah, you
will
can put in.
indeed pick up the blink in that second spot. We've talked about it. I mean, Geb hadn't gotten to do a whole lot up until this point, but we're starting to get into that part of the game where Geb does shine, where the Geb shields are so impactful, where Cataclysm is such a big tool in these team fights everyone else is trying to deal with. So if Aurora's going to shine, now and onward is the time I feel like for him to do it. And he's got big man teams behind
Feels like a European game.
artillery cannon at this point, so follow-up will be there if Radiance can find a way to be the aggressors. But this game is virtually dead even. I mean, the biggest problem for them really is the jungle right now for Radiance.
Here's the problem with Thor though.
Adapting will catch up in XP. It's just it's going to take a little bit at this
My
point.
boy's going to void shield again.
It's not going to be as effective as Cherio.
He just doesn't want to get one tap by Kali. Respect.
Radiance got to be careful. Gold Fury's already low again.
Oh, that's a huge ult.
And adapting goes
And he stole
in
it.
first. Radiance grabbed the Primal Fury and they're stuck inside.
Big
this
shell,
hyper
big ult,
bubble.
but doesn't do anything.
That much value. It brings Cherio and Nick all the way
And that's a
down.
free mid tier 1 middle.
Zeus out from Space Station solo laner.
Yeah, they can't defend here.
Mhm.
It's gonna be easy.
He should have been on that shit. I don't know why he came over to clear that warden.
Great clear from range for Dardes cuts that off, but they're not going to stop and worry about this objective. Instead, they're going to head over towards the Pyromancer, it looks like here for Radiance, and see if they can force that fight, make Space Station come to them.
Man, that was huge by Radiance to get in there and steal away that Gold Fury and then walk right on over and get the Pyromancer, and that's a great example of how you can create a space and get in a pretty good position where you can really get not even get kills, but get the objective.
Finch looks so mad.
Finch is.
He's like, motherfuckers didn't tell me.
I just like looking at Finch's faces.
Steal it away, you do a lot of damage, you force relics, you force everyone back. It creates
Finch is the homie, man. Well, I made fun of Aggro already. Aggro just out here in like the t-shirt, his hair not done. Like, what the fuck?
Aggro or Finch?
Aggro.
Aggro's a funny guy.
Like, my man's just wearing a t-shirt.
What
He's got like,
the man's wearing a sweatshirt.
but that's fine. Long sleeves, bro. See, like Finch is in like this like sweater you would get at Macy's. Aggro looks like his shirt comes out of a 5-pack.
you got the fruit of the loom, bro. Chill, chill. Oh, he got shredded. That kin size, bro.
Big man Tiggs damage, bro.
That kin size, bro.
Radiance were going to be able to start up in their favor as a 5v4 now for Space Station instead. They don't head to Fire Giant right away though. Head towards mid, clear that up, and start pushing down this tier 1 tower.
Dude, that thing's so behind, bro. That man hasn't seen a camp in like
Why is
2
he level
days.
16?
Bro, because college's power farm so much better. Oh, he got shredded. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. He's going for it. Oh, what a pussy. My boy's like, yo, an XP, I haven't seen one of those bad boys. I'm going for that.
Yeah, this stream is mad choppy for me.
Same. It chops like every couple seconds, right?
Yeah.
Same.
You want to keep adapting on the hook, basically. In every fight, you got to make him feel like he's making a tough choice to either give up farm or give up fighting to go and get that farm. But credit to adapting. I think for a large part of his career, he prioritizes farm over fighting, maybe a little bit too much. I think that he's understood his job in this game, which is, I don't care if I'm not doing as much, I've just got to be there, or else Space Station's going to snowball this game out of control, and he's been very effective despite being down in level.
I completely agree with Aggro on that.
What should he say?
He's talking about adapting. He usually wants to be ahead in farm, right? Like, he's just that type of player. But he's like understanding that at store, like, you got to be in these team fights early mid, you know?
Yeah.
Even if you're falling behind. Oh, they're going for the full burn. I don't
Oh, they're
know
going to
about
steal it.
this.
They're going to steal it.
They got it. They stole it. And they lose. But what is that call, though?
What is that call,
But,
dude?
like, why? They used every single ability on fire, and it was still 30% HP.
Benji show, man. I'll tell you what, this Radiance team, so much of it is
They're trolling.
This huge
Yo, you ever go to those like cheap ass arcades in the hood with like pinball machines?
Yeah,
And if you tried to like fuck with the machine, an alarm would go off.
Yeah.
Yo, that's what's happening right now. The tilt.
Do you think that's what's going on? Because they're being got
Yeah,
real.
that was a tilt call. But then
But then
Kali
Kali just gets the clever kill. Oh, the roll. The sash. No, but they're still in trouble though. They're the way they're routing.
Yeah,
Kali's like hee hee hee. 75% moving speed. But he has to be careful because he can turn and burn. No blink, no blink. He has to conserve his mana for wall. Oh, he whiffed. And he threw his hammer. This dude is nuts. Why adapting?
That was a good shot from Cyclone. It did bring Cheerio low. Probably the only reason.
Oh, what does he have for pen? Only XE. Nah, get the fuck out of there, logo.
Could potentially sustain his way through, but
well, I mean, they can't kill him. They don't have any power.
Yeah,
but here comes
this
Benji.
is straight Pepega right here.
backup on the way.
He's like, fuck
He's like,
that.
fuck that dude, bro.
But remember how this starts, Akram.
I guess he thought Rama was chasing.
With the fire giant, and are trying to push down in tier 2 and mid.
That was such a bad fire
They
call.
hadn't reset off of sealing that objective. They hadn't gone back, spent the gold.
Kali got a ton of kills off that.
Those ultimates back up is the big thing. The fact that both Benji and Big Man were without their ults in that fight makes
Holy
it much
man,
more
what a
appealing fight
ridiculous
for the
character.
I think that's great identification
Who?
from FF.
Kali.
Oh yeah.
I like that though. So like,
Yes, they just got a bunch of momentum.
I kind of have pitched that hunters should be like that. Like, let me be dog shit in the early game, but let me like 4 to 5 shot you every game.
That's like Dota and League. Like your carry is a carry. Carry in this game just means you're a hunter. You're not really a carry.
Yeah.
Like you can still get one shot by an assassin and not really do the same damage.
Yeah.
So like carries in Dota and League, like you get hit by them, you're dying.
Dude, I used to. The end of last season was my favorite Smite because it felt like where like the long lane was your one carry and you just played what you were good at. So Andy still was playing Camazotz because he's a jungler, you know, and like Arco played Rom and Jean Kui and like was played by Funball. You can just play what you were good at.
And shit. Just cracking
Yeah.
kids.
It was so sick, like, but Smite nerds whined about wanting their dual lane back. Still my favorite Smite meta, which it's like I'm the only one, but I love that meta. You had your one and your 2 carry in long lane and mid lane, and then you just built the game around.
Facts. Here's the GG fight here. This is gonna be the GG fight.
Is this the GG fight?
They're defending tier 1. This is ballsy. This is like 100 gold they're defending. I don't like that Cheerio initiates like in these late game fights, because you're forced to just ult immediately and then you have no kill potential.
Well, see that's what works out. That's the space station strategy. Is that Cheerio goes in, and the enemy either responds and blows all their stuff on Cheerio, who he absolutely gets at least 1, sometimes 2, and then space station has the 4v4 or 3 with all the enemies ult down, or Cheerio gets caught penta kill. Like that's what's worked in the past. Space station just hasn't followed up correctly, and I guess that's Cheerio's fault. But like the strategy is for Cheerio to jump in there and them to follow up. So I feel like that's the team's fault.
We'll see. I feel like Radiance wins this late game just comp wise. But we'll see. It's gonna go anyway. Kali, Merlin can blow anyone up.
Where you've got gold to spend, you want to go back and get a full set of sentry wards. It's exactly what Radiance do. They got 4 sentries. Benji here just to make sure that SSG can't just pull fire randomly and sneak one away like they did earlier on. And now you're going to come back and you're going to be able to dominate the vision game around this fire giant.
It's double upgraded shell.
Does Primal Fury count against regular jungle camps? No, right?
No. Only objectives.
potentially bodes as well.
I don't like that. Adapting throws his hammer too much. I get tanks. You're doing like 100 damage, and you have a chance, super high chance to die when you do that.
But Radiance with control over this neutral ground around the FG.
Wonder what
You only
Radiance
do that if you have
waiting
Heartseeker,
for. They don't
in my
even
opinion.
want to feign
Yeah, 'cause you can get the poke off
They're
better.
pretty willing
Yeah, it's like
to
you're actually
spread
hitting
out,
for like 200 or
not
300
knowing
instead of
exactly where
hitting for like
Cheerio
80 or
is.
100 on a double
Makes
tap.
sense that they're giving SSG some respect, but without Cheerio here, this fight does get a lot harder for SSG.
SSG has
Now,
mega ward
Nika,
control right now. They
they're
only have
back to
one
base. I mean, this is
one ward.
basically SSG rolling the dice that Radiance won't just decide to start this up. They're rolling well so far. Seems like they're right for the time being.
Yeah, we could use some of these roles in D&D, man. Sometimes it's not going so well, but Radiance.
Yeah,
still
for
Listen
Dave
to
in
Finch.
particular.
yeah, or so. Not the best. They'll start this one up though. Cyclone Spit pulling the Fire Giant down to about half. Raffer steps in, loses a good bit of damage too, but the Fire Giant fully reset at this point. Cheerio blinks in.
Double. Oh, that was so beautiful from Cheerio. Got beads and double shell.
His ultimate as well. That is gonna slow Aurora at the front of the fight.
The Aurora through it. Like, what are they gonna do with that, bro?
Yeah, they all back there. They're like, yo, don't throw that shit at me.
Yeah, they were like, yo, what are you doing, dude? Oh, the referee
huge ult.
dunked on.
Huge double dunk there.
They can kill Benji here.
Maybe.
Great wall for adapting.
Cheerio still has everything here. Shell. Bro, fuck. I hate being caught against again.
And that engagement start from Cheerio was so strong. I mean, Blink stun, caught both adapting and big man, got double beads.
Yeah, that was everything there from Cheerio.
Yeah, and then Raffer through.
End up really amounting to a whole lot because Raffer's initiation after the fact is
Yeah, like aggro Covenant cast, bro.
Benji doesn't create even when Raffer picks up a roar, no one wants to be next to him because then that's Cataclysm. That you're basically blinking a roar.
Blinking a roar for
so
him.
Backline backs up, and Benji's creating such a threat that they don't feel like they can step.
Yo, you know what I fucking hate, but I say all the time.
What?
Still, they only kill
Unforge.
Unforge.
That's a fucking Smite ass word.
Unforge. Yeah, that's the bingo. Unforge.
Yo, it's Unforge, bro. It's so I
forgot what the
say
fuck I say. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I say the full word.
I don't know. I might feel a bit favored coming into this next one because my backline, Dardes and Vote, have all their relics available.
Alright, what are actors looking like? Nah, they got no actors on Radiant sign.
That's all from her. When you say unfortunate.
Yeah, that's definitely what he says.
And they used to make fun of heroin for saying unfortunate.
Wait, you talking about Trivio and Cubo?
What about
Cubo and Trix Tank? I heard they were memeing him hard as fuck, and they were having trouble. When I was chilling with Trix and Cubo a lot, they were like, yo, we've been trolling Hurry way too hard, bro. We gotta chill on that shit. Yeah, hey, man, next to the 5 months beautiful.
Yeah, they trolled him pretty hard.
And I was out here like, yo, get me the fuck out of this house.
The easiest gateway to opening up a Fire Giant.
Oh, man. Next to the 5 months beautiful.
Everyone from both teams decided to stop.
They need to take out the green Gold Fury out of the game.
That's so much harder to confirm, and instead.
I mean, it's good that there's a bad one, right?
Nah, they should have 2 important ones, so it's not just FG you're fighting for.
Well, I think it's good that there's a. Oh wow, Cyclone's.
Yeah, he's. Do the shell! Oh my god.
Cherry!
Oh, Jerry! He dashed in. This man is high. There it is, boys. The Cherry Ocho. Now, what can they do?
Yo,
Nothing.
Cherry concealer, man.
I don't give a fuck.
Goggles on, dude.
They can't end. There's no way. No way they end. No way they end. 100%. I guarantee it. Too many towers, bro. Get him, Benji. I don't think so, bro. Look how long it's taking for that Phoenix, bro. These guys are going.
No, I call end. We got a Merlin, bro. We got a Merlin, bro.
Get him, Benji. God damn it.
No, Cheerio, no!
Back.
Burn it!
Back. Come on, get the one in. Yeah, bro. Merlin's so toasted, bro. What is that, boy? Merlin. Fucking Titan. Titans. Fucking Titan, bro. Pepeg ass Titan, dude. Titan needs fucking AoE is what needs to go down.